Hey, this is Ross Payton with Role Playing Public Radio, and this is Delta Green. The scenario, the working title is the Palimpsest, which is a fancy word, and what it means for the scenario, well, you'll find out. Or not. Well, maybe you'll die before trying. So we have 3 agents with us here tonight, and I will just introduce you by player name, and then you can introduce your character, starting with Aaron. Aaron, how are you doing, Aaron?
Hello, this is Aaron. I will be playing Agent Fred Jacobs, a federal agent out of the Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania area. He has been with the program for several years, and silly question, I know. Do you want us describing what we wrote to you, or wait for that?
No, don't. If anything I sent you messages, do not share. That is
okay.
Secret. This scenario takes place in Los Angeles, by the way, or around Los Angeles.
Okay, so I'm on loan, and that's all you need to know. Smoke bomb.
All right, Fred Jacobs, FBI. Very good. Next up, we have a guest player, Max from Good Brews, Bad Views. Hello, Max.
Hello, Ross. Today I am playing Dr. Charles Rampling of the Library of Congress. I am a historical preservationist by day and a historical preservationist for the program by other days of sorts. So,
all right. And very good. And then finally we have a friend of the podcast and good friend, Baz. How are you doing, Baz?
Oh, friend. I think at this point we're like family of the pod. I'm family, Ross.
You are RPPR cast member at this point. Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to go. No, I wouldn't go that far. I don't want to be associated with that. I just
we've
okay.
We have our own reputations to consider.
Yeah, I don't want to be associated.
Extended cousin. There you go.
All right. So who are you playing tonight?
I'm actually. I like the character I had from a game we just played recently.
Okay.
A lot. James Williams, aka Bobby Brick Coleman, undercover narcotics agent for the FBI narcotics division.
Oh no.
I didn't get to use his backstory in our game really that we played.
I don't know. Y'all have to listen to Delta Green Dead channels. I disagree. I think you did. But
okay, he got to use for role-playing purposes, he definitely got to. But
this is an alternate version of James because we're not going to worry about what happened in that scenario.
You'll have to listen to Dead channels to figure out.
Yeah,
things happened.
Yeah, there's a scheduling conflict between this scenario and that.
This is not appearing in this reality.
Yeah.
It's going to be an earlier time in his life, or maybe some Yithian time magic has fucked this all up, and James Williams exists in multiple planes.
All right. So the 3 of you are agents for the program, and you have all been tasked by your handler, Robert DeLuca, supervisor for the Los Angeles FBI office, to put a house in a suburb outside of LA on surveillance. And let me give the house a random street name. Sorry.
Russ, quick thing. Can I forgot to send you that background stuff to you. Can I do that right now?
Yes.
Just message it to you. Okay, cool.
Yep.
Type that up real fast. Sorry, it's been a busy day.
Hey, no worries. We'll call it Lake. It is on 539 Lakeview Road. So the 3 of you had to uproot your life, and as we begin the scenario, your handler basically sent you a coded message saying that we have credible intel that a vector will appear on this house in 3 days. Well, soon. You're to watch the house, record all activities, but do not interfere to alert any potential targets. You'll know it when you see it, is what your instructions have gone. So you have been you've been watching 539 Lakeview Road 24/7 for 72 hours now, taking shifts, moving around, and it has been a long and tedious process. So we'll start with Brick. First off, what were you doing when you got the call to go to the opera? Like, how much has this uprooted your life, and what have you been? How have you been spending this time with explicit instructions to surveil the house?
James Williams actually, it doesn't disrupt his life at all. He is he's currently on administrative leave, cool down, as it were, after an incident took place. Is actually one of the incident that got him into the program in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
But he killed someone while undercover. The official story is that he murdered a person while in the line of duty undercover, and that person was deemed an innocent for the sake of the cover up.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's just been on administrative leave, kind of cooling his heels. So when the program was like, "Hey, we need you on location," he was able to do so without any issues. So
okay, and have you been, aside from watching the house, and as far as you can tell, this is a very normal suburban house with a nuclear family, 2 parents, a mother and a father, and 2 kids and a dog, go in and out of the house at regular times for work and school. They're nothing. Well, I mean, do you do anything aside from watching them and moving the car around every once in a while to avoid attracting suspicion? To do anything?
Just taking notes and keeping track of the times of movement. So keeping a detailed list of like times when they leave for their jobs and such. And
okay,
anytime that also taking note of anyone that may come to the house that seems out of the norm or isn't part of the family.
Okay. So far, nothing seems suspicious to you. It seems to be a very mundane house, a very mundane family, and no unusual visitors aside for, I mean, well, there have been visitors, but people in the neighborhood or, package delivery drivers and that kind of thing. Last night they had pizza. So, that was a big
suspicious.
night. Yeah. So next up, you've been sharing your surveillance duties with Dr. Charles Rampling with the Library of Congress. So what were you doing when you got the call?
I was probably hard at work in Washington and kind of had to put my verification of some historical documents on hold. People trying to pass things off as forgeries. Mm-hmm. And I am at a symposium in the Los Angeles area for which my expertise is required. Of course, no such symposium actually exists, but it gives me an excuse to be out of the office for an extended period of time.
All right. Very good. And have you been doing anything aside from surveilling the family?
Looking up the background on the occupants of this house, because usually with these kind of tasks with our organization, it's usually some abandoned facility or derelict building of such, but this appears to be a relatively normal home in a normal neighborhood with a normal family, which strikes me as abnormal given the line of our work.
It is the father's name is Daryl Erickson. It is the Erickson family. His wife's name is Angie. His kids are Kristen and Wilson. And you can give me a bureaucracy check to.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got an +1.
Okay.
Out of 60.
Okay.
I think that's a crit.
I believe so. Yeah, like 100 is a crit failure. 1 is always a success. The father is a worker. We'll say this is in 2021 April. It is the father has gone back to work, working or at least part time. So he. But he's already gotten his vaccine. That. He's a software developer for an insurance company. And a very, very boring, secure life, as far as you can tell. Nothing very, web developer. So, There's no. You get all their basic information with that role: social security numbers, employment history, a few speeding tickets on Angie's part. She has a lead foot apparently, but nothing major. And aside from that, that's all you can find doing basic background research.
Okay.
So
With all my information that I've gathered from the critical success, I would like to start preparing some documents that would explain why they may disappear under circumstances mysterious, we'll say.
okay. So the only thing you can find is they have Angie has a distant cousin in Ireland that she's had communications with. That cousin could die of a stroke any day now, and they're the only living relative, so they have to fly to Ireland to attend to the funeral and her estate. She has a nice house out. The cousin has a nice house out in the Irish countryside, so they might theoretically have to take care of that. So you begin to prepare that. So that's the only thing you can find under the circumstances outside of.
I meant more of documents to explain why they would be mysteriously gone, and as opposed to giving them a reason why to leave. Explanations for why they are no longer around is
like
the
a
angle I'm
permanent
going
moving?
for.
Okay,
Possibly, a forced relocation.
Well, they
or
moved to
probably some
Ireland
legal trouble.
they moved to that nice house in Ireland after the cousin died.
Yep.
Yeah. So that is the only thing you can find that could justify it. I mean, unless you can think of a better story, then in which case, whatever story you with critical success, you can generate some paperwork that would slow and confuse the issue to a degree.
Yeah. That's basically. I'm just trying to create just havoc with the knowledge and information that I have gathered that will slow down any investigation onto the whereabouts of this family. Should they go missing?
So, Agent Jacobs, where were you when you got the call?
I was back at the Philadelphia office at my current job, which, due to both the incidents later on and also the parallel posting between Delta Green and that, I'm actually in charge of entering in evidence records since it was determined that certain field work was a little too stressful for me at the time. Mm-hmm. So, which also gives me the added bonus of being able to forward anything that we specifically that might be more sensitive to the appropriate green box. So I was basically just doing my job there when I got the call.
Okay, so this doesn't disrupt your normal life that much?
Not as much since it was given my that's like the only since it was given the personal job. The only thing is I had to explain it to my girlfriend, who is not very happy that I'm traveling outside after outside and possibly risking potential infections. When I said I would keep to a desk job. So, but other than that, that's like it's not as big of an uprooting for me since I was used to traveling.
Okay. So yeah. But and what have you been doing? Aside from surveilling the family?
So twofold on there. I was the first thing I was going to do to assist with the surveillance was setting up a couple webcams that were directly linked into the fiber optic networks around the neighborhood. Mm-hmm. So we could actually have 24-hour eyes on them without the potential of having to have my other two partners basically rely on them solely. The other thing was, since the doctor was able to pull up some more personal information, I'd like to use a computer science role or bureaucracy role to research more of Mr. Erickson's work as a software developer. Basically, see if there's anything particularly odd about it, or if there's something that would make him stand out.
Okay. What do you want to roll for that?
Can I roll computer science for that?
Yeah.
Nothing. I know nothing. So it looks okay.
From his public info, you still get something. You managed to find his LinkedIn profile. He'd like to add you to his professional network on LinkedIn, and comments that he's posted on various message boards. based on the information he's asking about on public software development message boards and other and social media in general, he seems to be basically trying to link databases to web interfaces, so customers and business partners to the insurance company can access database information. Basic, nuts and bolts stuff. Get information from database and present it on web browser so people can use it.
So just working more on accessibility issues than anything else.
Well, again, just pipeline from database to web is if you want to get really particular into it. So yeah, really boring technical stuff. Lots of SQL and stuff like that. So flavors of SQL. So nothing that raises any kind of alarm to you. Yeah.
Okay, so at least out of the actual work that's going through, but you said that there's a lot of least communication posts there as well.
Yeah.
Is there by chance I could roll a human to roll on some of the anything that he's posting around out to see if anything odd comes up or looks weird to me?
Sure.
Okay. See if he's just trying to discuss things through a bot.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, success. That's 45 out of 60.
You get the impression that he is making a lot of prominent posts in order to prove that he is actively developing his skills in order to make sure he's not going to be cut. The insurance company in particular has been making some layoffs lately, so you think he is, if anything, trying to improve his, make himself look better to his bosses. That's the only thing else you can pick up, but nothing at all pings you about anything that
is highly suspicious
and nothing you get nothing that would indicate why this is an opera. So,
okay. Nothing else I can think of. So, all right. And those are the main questions I had. So at least keep up the recordings on the house just to see what we might be able to pull up on regular surveillance.
So on day 3, your operation, Dr. Rampling, you get a phone call.
Do you recognize the number?
It's from the Library of Congress.
Okay. This is Dr. Rampling.
You actually look at the number. It's from your office.
Okay.
Hello, Doctor.
Do I recognize the voice?
You do not.
Okay. Yes. Who may I ask is speaking?
What do you do when the apartment building is infested?
Do I know this? Does my character know this code phrase?
This is a code phrase you've been taught to recognize a higher up from the program.
What I do when the apartment is infested?
Yes.
Call the exterminator.
Doctor, what are you doing in Los Angeles?
So I'm aware that this is someone from the
program.
Okay. I have been assigned to conduct surveillance.
By who?
What was the name of my...
Robert DeLuca.
Robert DeLuca? Yeah.
Supervisor for the FBI LA office.
By Agent DeLuca out of the FBI office in Los Angeles.
I see. So we can tell that you have been activated with the others in your cell. And as far as we can tell, you have been watching a house. You have been stationary, almost entirely stationary in one particular place. It seems that you are conducting surveillance or waiting for something or watching something.
Yes, we were told of a possibility of a vector appearing at this location and that we quote, know it when we see it, end quote.
And have you seen it?
Not yet. Everything appears normal in this vicinity. A normal neighborhood, normal family, normal domicile, to the point where it feels abnormal in this sense. Usually, this is a first for me. I'm not much of a field agent, as you are aware, but
yes, we would like you to contact your handler and to ask for a meeting and ask him to provide what intelligence he has on this potential vector. And then, when you have finished this meeting, I would like you to call back your office and leave a voicemail with your findings.
Understood.
Thank you.
Is that does that strike me as odd in the sense that they want me to
Yes.
call my own place?
You've never been asked to do anything like that before. This is the first time you've basically been taught this as like, in case of an emergency, and something happens to your handler, here's how you know that we're when we reach out to you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is you're supposed to funnel everything through your handler and minimize contact with the higher agency, right. And the fact that they are reaching directly to you is unprecedented, at least to you. You don't know a whole lot about the program, and you realize you don't know nearly as much as you would like to know, perhaps. Yeah.
Right. I assume this is the first time I've ever spoken with someone directly above my handler.
No, you spoke with someone. The person who recruited you was higher up.
Okay.
It was not DeLuca. You were assigned DeLuca, but
right.
Yeah.
Right.
It was not this person on the phone. Or at least it doesn't sound like them. So
Right.
So, yeah. What do you do? Do you tell the others?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, that was unusual, but this entire thing appears to be. So I just received a call from my office back in Washington, from someone above Agent DeLuca, inquiring what we were doing here in Los Angeles. They requested that we contact Agent DeLuca, ask for a meeting for information on the supposed vector, and report back on the information passed to us. Have any of you ever had direct interaction with higher up members of our organization outside of the onboarding process?
No.
Not directly, only through text that were asked to do other things, and then it was radio silence.
What's your take on our current operation, as it were?
I'm here surveilling a family, and that's my take. I don't know. I'm waiting for a call or some order to do something else. I don't know why y'all were brought here. Y'all don't strike me as the kind of people that are capable of doing the kind of job I'm capable of doing, so I guess that's why I'm here.
Well, it's good to have a toolbox and not just a bunch of hammers, Mr. Brick.
So I'm waiting for my order to either go through with whatever I need to do or to go home.
Well, our time is all valuable in one sense or another, so why don't we inquire with Agent DeLuca and possibly see what other information we can gain about this situation.
So, actually, I have a question. Have all of us spoken to DeLuca directly, or has it just been... Okay.
He's the one who contacted you. You've met him in person. All of you have met him in person before.
Okay. So... Actually, I know it's going back, but could I do a human right now to roll to see if there's anything that I thought was odd in our meeting outside of just, general agent?
You've not met him he did not brief you in person for this specific mission.
Okay.
So you can make you can't really roll human because he texted you with this.
Okay. Yeah, no, okay. Yeah, if we haven't talked then, so never mind.
But you can certainly make human check when you talk to him in person.
Yeah.
Yep. No, I would request, I think we should talk to him directly.
Yes, let's plan on calling him, say that we need to come in for discussion on the nature of this operation. We can't discuss it over the phone for compartmentalization and security of transmissions and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So
sure. So
tradecraft.
He agrees to a meeting. He gives you an address. It goes to a strip mall in the urban sprawl outside or surrounding LA, and there is a small unlabeled. Well, there's no signage. The office is empty except for a few tables, chairs. He leads you. He is there. He is looking haggard. Looks like he hasn't slept for a while. He is chain smoking. He's an older man, FBI career, rather worn face, a lot of sleepless nights over the years and a lot of long, hard calls to make, but he leads you in there and, says, so what do you have, to report? That's so important that we meet in person.
Well, I mean, the people we're surveilling seem to be pretty boring.
So there's nothing in its past that we're seeing that would note if there's any particular concern or vector.
Huh.
My background scoop with them can give you Mr. Erickson's sperm count, but nothing apparently is out of the ordinary within either the family, the home, or the neighborhood. What exactly are we looking for?
Well, I must have misinterpreted my intel. You'll need to enter the house and investigate it, and really... Yes.
All right, I'm going to roll a human to 80.
Okay.
Yep, go ahead.
28 out of 80. What intel is that? I feel like if the nature of the nature of the operation is changing. I think it's best that you share this intel with us, to reduce the chance of further misinterpretation.
Oh. He looks utterly convinced. Well, your successful human roll, he seems utterly convinced of its authenticity. But he says, you're right. You need to be, I don't want to send you blind into this operation. Let's see here. I will send it to you. So if you look on the One Shots channel, you'll see an image. This is the image he hands to you. It is on a piece of paper. That's what your character actually sees. Your character sees this entire map.
Pamphlet.
Yeah. He says, "Look, I will tell you this. I found this in our green box, a secure warehouse. It was in a safe, and only I have the combination. I don't know. It was in a safe that was and we have security cameras. We have alarms. Nothing was tripped. I checked everything. Nothing was tampered with. It somehow manifested itself inside the safe. I know this is a warning of something that will happen to that house. I tracked it down. I figured out what house it was referring to. It is that house on 539 Lakeview Road. This is from the future. It is a warning to us. Your mission is to secure the heart, because they were trying to tell us that is what we need to protect ourselves from the end times. You understand? I thought my misinterpretation was believing that the house would visibly manifest from the outside, but obviously it only happens when you enter the house. There's something making, if you look at it from the outside, obviously it conceals itself, but once you get past the perimeter, you'll see its true nature. So you need to get the heart.
If you're aware that it is unobservable from the outside, why have we been watching the house for 3 days?
Obviously I thought it would manifest it visibly. I just realized now, because you've been watching it, obviously it's already happened. The heart is in there, but it's obviously concealing itself. Obviously.
Is he lying to me?
Okay.
With another ot one?
He seems to believe it.
Okay. Do I believe that this was just a realization he had, or not something he was withholding?
He's trying to he believes he has new evidence and he's trying to make it fit what he already knows. So
So after we're done with this, let's just kind of before looking at this one, is there any way we might be able to use bureaucracy roles with our connection back to the cell to actually figure out if if he can be actually trusted?
You don't need a bureaucracy check. I mean, this is what's your bureaucracy skill at?
60.
This is obviously a judgment call on the part of your agents. This is obviously from what you know of the program, there's not a lot of oversight, shall we say? But on the other hand, people are placed under incredible mental stress. So, since you now have a way to contact the program above Agent DeLuca's head and voiced your concerns, they would probably they'd be very interested in your judgment of this meeting. They'd be very keen to that. So the question is, do you believe DeLuca's story or not? Because if you believe DeLuca, then you should go in the house. If you don't believe DeLuca, you should contact the cell or the program.
Well, I'm going to contact the program either way.
Yeah,
after we're done here.
But with the high bureaucracy score, if you believe DeLuca, you should not contact the program because the program will take DeLuca out of action and probably order you not to go in the house. So the question, that's the real question.
So we may be able to pull up at least a little bit more information with external visits, because I actually excuse ourselves just from DeLuca for a second while I talk to.
No. Let's not excuse ourselves. Let's just leave. We say we'll say we understand, and then we'll leave.
Okay. Are you taking the map with you?
Yes.
Yeah. Before I go, can I get the location of the green box so we can confirm the safe that he took this out of?
Are you asking him for that?
Yes.
No. We can get that information from. We have a friend upstairs. We can get that from. Based off of my recent experiences, I don't. Nothing is as simple as it seems, and with my historical background, if this is some weird temporal paper or something, I might be able to do something to determine that.
Okay. So that's fine then. So,
Rick,
right,
are you doing anything in this meeting, or are you just watching the others?
I'm looking at the other two like this man is fucking insane.
All right.
Yeah.
To you, Brick, DeLuca seems there's a whiff of desperation in his eyes and in his voice. He is deeply disturbed. Disturbed in the sense that he is worried.
Yeah.
So, all right, but yeah, you watch. He says, I can't enter the house by myself. I believe that would be I need you three to enter the house. Only you three will have. They gave me the map to give to you. That is what the people in the future wanted. That's the only way it succeeds. That's the only way we can get to the heart. You understand, of course. Of course, you understand. So yeah.
All right. We'll let him leave first.
Okay. Yeah. Well.
Okay. He leaves.
Okay. No one touched the paper. I assume one of you has an evidence bag of some kind.
Oh yeah. So I'll take it out and.
Okay.
I have nitrite gloves, so we'll.
Yep. Put that in the bag.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So
what is our next plan of action?
I think, like I said, we at least want to confirm some information from there. So I want to see the green boxes came from just to confirm their stories. There should be at least some sort of surveillance evidence there if it was tampered with.
Mm-hmm. Well,
also,
I was told to call back and report on the nature of our operation here. So we do have a connection. We probably can suss out some of this. I'll see if I can pull any other prints or anything off of this document. And
Yeah, no, we
proceed
can
from there.
we can do that. Something else I can also do to check on the house is I know I could probably go to a more of industrial hardware store and see if I can pick up a thermal imagizer. So they actually have ones that you can plug into your cell phone and see if we can if this has some sort of issue. If it has something that is literally a heart or other organs in this house, like he's saying, it should be generating an incredible amount of heat that we might be able to pull off from, at least get some sort of cooperation, maybe.
Okay. So I'll just ask you each what you're doing. So first off, Brick, what do you want to do?
I assume I'm just going to go back to resuming surveillance for the time being until we can determine a plan of action.
Okay. So you go back to the house to keep eyes on it. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
I might, if there's a period of like a lull in like their presence around the house, I might poke around.
It seems like the mother works at home, so it seems like there's always going to be at least one person home at any time of day. The house is never entirely unoccupied because the mother works at home.
I am going to attempt a disguise roll to get an electrician or like an electrical company.
High vis vest, clipboard, helmet.
Okay.
Something to check the
check the meter. See if the house is drawing power.
I got a 36 out of 50.
Okay.
I'm gonna go under the guise of, hey, we're just doing a routine check on the power grid. Knowing how it's been kind of dodgy lately, we just want to make sure your house is up to code.
Okay. Well, it'll take you some time to get the costume. So
sure.
While you're getting that put together, let's see here. Dr. Rampling, what are you doing?
I'm calling back. I'm calling my office as instructed.
Mm-hmm.
And leaving a description of what was told to us by Robert DeLuca.
Okay.
DeLuca obtained a document from a secure facility he believes is of temporal importance of a impossible architecture located within the residence being observed.
Okay. Okay, so you call that. You get a call back very shortly.
Mm-hmm.
And so we gave Agent DeLuca a mission recently for him. There is a software development company called Ordained Logic. They are in the Los Angeles area. They make video games. They are working on a game called Dark Signals Chapter 1. A game about the reincarnation of Atlantean wizards fighting in suburbia. I would like you to check this. Here's the address of the company. I would like for your team to investigate this software company. Apparently we had flagged them because some of the artwork posted on their website seemed close to flagged and known vectors. But Agent DeLuca has not given us an update status on this in over a week, ever since we gave him the assignment. And based on our timeline, we gave him the assignment, and then approximately a day later, he gave you your assignment.
Interesting.
So I forgot. Did you tell the program about the map?
Yes.
If you could send take a photo of the map and send it to us at this, and email it or text it to this phone number.
All right.
Okay. Thank you. But your new priority is to investigate this company to see if they've been in contact with Agent DeLuca at all, and to find out if there's anything suspicious about them.
Okay.
So you get that call pretty shortly while James is getting the costume. Agent Jacobs, what are you doing immediately after the meeting?
I'm going to be going over. So, do we have the map, the location of the green box now?
No.
Oh, yeah, I did. Yeah, I was meaning to
Yeah.
ask that Duluka claims he received this map from a secure location that only he has the combination to request for location
Uh,
of facility to
uh,
to, to check if compromised.
I see. Very well. Here's the address. Here are the security measures. I'll
Hmm.
also investigate that. If he is tampered, we have a. He gives you instructions on how to check a secret double safe if to detect tampering with the video surveillance system, so you
Okay.
can see if DeLuca has tampered with it. So, like if he has deleted anything or anything like that. So yeah. So you have two new leads for you. So James, you're still getting out the costume when you get updated by the other two agents. So you can continue on with that, or you could take one of the other leads that have presented. The program specifically is very interested in Ordained Logic, the video game company.
Okay. Well, what do you guys think?
Um, doing a quick, or the map that we have, is
Mhm.
this hand drawn? Is this
Do you have the art skill?
yes?
All right, give me an art roll.
Failure, 59 out of 50.
You can't quite identify it. The paper seems high grade, but you think it was actually printed, but you're not 100% sure. Yeah.
Okay. Looking up this company online, Ordained Logic, and their video game, does the art style of the assets that have been posted match with the images on the map?
They are similar. Yes, they are very similar in quality and style.
Yeah, style-wise. Okay. Hmm.
Um, can I use computer science to bring up any research specifically on the company to see if there's any that's like anything odd about practices or if they're possibly keeping any online assets where we can get to them?
Yeah. What skill is that?
Computer science?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Yes, 32 out of 70.
Okay, you actually managed to hack into the company, and you start looking around, and yeah, uh, there is a file that is dated yesterday, um, while you had the house under surveillance. That is an exact replica of the suburban anomaly map that you have.
Oh. Well, maybe actually pointing us back to my partners, maybe DeLuca was onto something.
Look, let me investigate the house. You
Yeah.
two investigate Ordained Logic, and then we'll reconvene at the end of today, and we'll talk
Sounds
about
good.
our findings.
That's
and
fine. So,
compare notes.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay.
though, to be honest, if actually, I forgot, did we have any evidence that Erickson was trying to get in, get in with Ordained Logic?
Oh no, he's quite
Okay.
comfortable at his job. Ordained Logic is a low end video game company
Okay.
that does not pay as well as an insurance company, a health insurance company does. So, and Daryl seems to have no interest in video games.
Okay. So, and there's also the possibility that it might just be like the company took a low res aspect of it and made it into this. That's like into this particular map. So,
No, I mean the file was made, created from scratch based on the metadata yesterday while you had while you had the house under surveillance, and it appears to be a flawless replica. It is exact.
okay, then that's a little more disturbing. So-
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, yeah, we'll take a look at that too. So we can. Do we want to go to ordained logic first to see if we can get information before going to the green box?
Let's let Agent Brick inspect the house first.
Okay.
Okay. So Brick, you put on your electrical company outfit, and the so what is your plan exactly?
I'm just going in to talk to ask them about their service and see if their service is up to their expectations.
Okay.
The electricity service.
Yeah, the power company, you know.
The power service
All right.
of the company electricity.
So you start you get to the front door and knock. The wife Angie opens the door, says hello, can I help you?
Hi, I am Jim Wallace with the power company, and I'm just doing a door-to-door survey of the neighborhood to see your satisfaction with the service.
Mm-hmm.
I know lately that the power grid has suffered some issues, and there's been some problems with blackouts and brownouts over the past few weeks. I just wanted to make sure that your service was okay and unaffected by that. Is it okay if I come inside? We have a minute to talk.
You hear Armando laughing right behind you.
Armando, what?
Yeah, give me a sand check.
Fuck no.
All right. It is going. That's 2 sand. You jump back visibly. Angie clearly has not heard anyone. Looks very puzzled at you. As you jump back, you turn around. He was like laughing into your ears right behind you.
Sorry, I thought there was a wasp.
There's no wasps. I'm sorry. Well, we're satisfied with our service. Thank you.
Well,
she moves to close the door.
Okay, I put my hand up for a second. I'm like, well, wait, this is also about safety. So we've noticed that some of the houses in this neighborhood are not currently to code.
What
and
code?
The city ordinance codes for the electricity, of course.
I'm gonna have to ask you to leave.
Is it okay if I at least go into your backyard to check your meter?
No,
that's all I need.
You do not have permission to go to my backyard. I
actually, since it's state property and you're part of the grid, I do have permission. I was just giving you the benefit of being nice.
If you don't leave now, I'm going to call the police,
and they're going to come here, and nothing's going to happen of it. I'm not here. I just need to check your the meter on the side of your house in your backyard. I know exactly where it's at.
You don't look like the regular electric company people.
When do we look? Excuse me, ma'am.
All right. Look, just if you have to check the meter, you don't have to go inside. All right.
I know. Well, I was just gonna have a chat with you about your power grid with the power service. But yes, I will just go to the backyard and I'll be out of your hair. Okay.
Okay.
Feel free to watch me from the window if you like. I'm not going to be doing anything.
There's a gunshot somewhere.
Fuck. It's L.A.
No, this is a quiet suburban neighborhood. Give me
sure
sand check. And Angie is not reacting to it at all. And she is a suburban housewife. If she heard a gunshot, she would be screaming.
I rolled an 88 out of 53.
All right, you start running. You got to get to cover. That it's not just a gunshot. You realize it's the sound of that shot, because it's a gunshot and the sound of something cracking, bone cracking, and something inside the bone screaming, because the thing that was in the head, that's a sound you hear when you that you hear in your nightmares.
I'll say my law enforcement training causes me to dive and push her into cover because I have to look out for her. I have to try and protect her.
That is not. That is. She has closed the door.
Okay,
and locks it before.
That I am diving behind one of you slip down the porch.
Yeah.
I flipped one of the porch bench over and I'm hiding behind it.
Yeah.
I'm like, ma'am, take cover, get on the floor. Get away from Windows.
Yeah, you lose 6 sanity for that.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, max sanity. So you're having a real bad day, and she is 100% calling the cops. So yeah, if you don't want to blow your cover, you need to run.
Yeah, well, I am running.
Yeah. By the time, yeah, you're gone before they get out show there. But yeah. So yeah, there was something's. What the fuck was that? Meanwhile, Dr. Rampler and Agent Jacobs are at Ordain Logic, which is a small office, again, in the urban sprawl outside of Los Angeles. They seem to make mobile games and low-end PC games that are puzzle adventures and stuff like that. The scene, if your characters follow the video game scene, they seem to be trying to dig themselves out of the shovelware tier of video game development companies. But
do we know how successful they've been for that?
They've been in business for 6 years, which is a long time for a video game company. So by shoveling out cheap and relatively profitable games, this seems to be more ambitious. This Dark Signals, they've been trying to hype it up a lot on social media. The trailer has a whopping 5,000 views. So yeah. You're at the offices. Do you want to head on in?
You should take point here. I'm obviously not the demographic this firm employs.
So I'll at least try to be as good as an ambassador as I can, but definitely, if I think you'll be able to find some other assets to maybe look at while we're there. But yeah.
So
what's our story?
Yeah.
Why are we going in here?
Actually, if nothing else, we can. Since the house that we're looking at, so we might be able to at least see if they're pulling assets illegally in some way or another.
Okay.
That might.
I'm not a litigious person, but I suppose I can run interference if need be, or I can tell you if they're lying. But
I'm pretty good at that, at least too. But we could just say we're investigating we're investigating a case that is leading back to information about assets there, and actually possible surveillance. Since we can just say if they pull the house right now, because actually we have the house on Google Maps, right? So we can literally just put that up right now without having to show them the actual image.
We can accuse them of maybe doing something with fungible tokens or something.
Okay.
Oh, I don't want to get that. But okay, let's just go. All right, but I will go in and introduce myself.
Right,
do we have a front desk person?
Yeah.
All right. That's where it's like with the FBI. Can we speak to your that's like the head of your office, please? So
No, don't say FBI. Say we're from some firm. Some legal firm.
Success. That's 32 out of 50.
Okay. So you meet with Valerie Bryan. She's the director. So you're saying you're lawyers? Okay. You could say you're with the Hudson Law Firm. I'm just giving you a name. So
yeah. Yes, we're actually here on behalf of another development company that again we cannot. That's name at the moment just due to continuing potential legal litigation. But we do need to ask about the acquisition of certain particular assets, in particular, and bringing out the Google Map image of this particular house.
Houses can't be copyrighted in terms of artistic depictions, even, and I'm not admitting liability or that we did do that. It's a house in suburbia. They're very common designs. I'm not sure what art you're even referring to of us. We have some internal concept art of houses, but certainly, if was something leaked, are you implying that we damaged a company's in some way by making internal use only concept art?
So, well, the information that we are at that we are allowed to say at the moment right now is that this house right now would, it's like, you're right, giving that information would not be there, but the details that are present in the house seem to be of such clarity right now that you would have to be able to get that only from a close-up scan. And if that is the case here, then obviously that would be done without owner's permission, and could others, some people like yourself, could be that's like found in a very actionable state. So,
all right, persuade check at -20.
-20.
Yeah, it's not a great lie. It's not. I
was gonna say, can I roll int to come up with a
do you have
convincing
law?
story of why we're here?
I have law too.
All
so
right, you can give me a law. If you make a successful law check, you can negate the penalty.
Okay, let's see. Nope, just barely out of it. So
yeah, you don't know. This is civil law. You're FBI. You do like criminal law. They're a little different. So you can make your persuade check with the -20, but you're using buzzwords incorrectly. And if she were a lawyer, she'd realize you don't know what the fuck.
Let me try to do this one. I'm gonna interject as the
it's still the
subject matter.
-20. Yeah.
Oh, that's fine. Subject matter expert for this type of case, which is why I'm here.
What's your persuade at?
70, but I failed.
Okay.
I failed after the penalty, so no.
Okay. She says, "I'm sorry. I'm going to have to decline to talk and ask you to leave. Here's the name of our lawyer. If you have anything else, please refer all questions to him." To them.
Okay. Is there a possibility I can also use a human before she's doing to see if she is sounding like she's lying or she's nervous about this, outside of just normal?
Yeah, you give me human.
A false lawyer coming in. Okay. Nope.
I didn't get it. Yeah, I failed as well.
Yeah.
Right.
No read.
Yep. You know what you know. So she asks you to leave the offices. Both of you can give me an alertness check.
Okay.
I'll give you an alertness check as you're walking through the office on the way out.
At 4 out of 50.
Okay.
Fail. So we're
all right,
Dr.
Ramping. You see the map it's up on a big screen. There's two of the video game artists talking about it, pointing out things, making notes.
Can I roll a cult to see if I recognize the style of which the depiction is, if it's any particular cultural style, or if it's something fully designed whole cloth, trying to determine cultural influences and stuff like that, if anything particular sticks out, or if this is a game about wizards and such, see if I pick out any sigils or something that I recognize from my studies.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fail.
Okay. For a second, you see the item.
Oh.
On a piece of pinned on a partition as another printout of another concept art. Give me a sand check.
That shouldn't be there. That's a pass. 39 out of 60.
You just saw it for a split second as you were walking by. You'd have to visibly turn around and go back if you wanted to look at it again. If you were seeing it. Maybe it was. Maybe that was just your imagination.
Just one more question. Just one more thing.
Just one more thing.
Are you walking
roll.
back? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you pushed
you didn't
past
give us...
Valerie.
Yeah. Well, no, I turned back to...
Okay.
Oh, I didn't know she was walking us out.
Yeah, she is walking you out. You failed your check.
Oh,
she wants you
okay,
out of here.
Okay.
You came in here and threatened her with her company with lawsuits.
No, that's fine. Because we had agreed to leave. I didn't know we were being escorted out.
She's not gonna let you in. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. So you can push past her if you want.
I succeeded in my persuade check to let me ask her one more thing, and
so you have to walk back though. Are you actually walking back to see the thing?
No, I'm not going to push my luck here.
Actually, could I use a persuade possibly to make her believe this lie? Like I'm apologizing and trying to convince.
Give me a human check. You failed
a human check.
Yeah. You blew your chance trying to get that, but Dr. Rampling looks like he saw a ghost for a second there. Or did you notice that?
Let's see. 17 says I did.
Yeah, his eyes got wide for a second as he stared off into the distance. Something caught his eye.
So
And now he's out there stopping in his tracks and stammering out something to Valerie.
I put my hand on my shoulder. It's like, we've obviously are welcome. We need to leave now. My apologies, ma'am. So we're here for shortly and usher him out.
Are you going to resist that, Dr. Rampling, or are you going to...
No, I know when I have no hand to play at this time, so...
Okay. So you go out. You reconvene with Brick pretty easily. Brick tells you... Well, Brick, what do you tell them?
Shit's fucked.
Indeed.
I was thinking about it. What did you see in there?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, both of them
Sorry,
answer
Tiffany.
at the same time. Like, both, yeah.
Thought I saw something I recognized, but we were
whatever
not
you
in
saw
position
looked
for
like
me
it
to-
scared the hell out of you.
They all know. Are we like in a surveillance? Do we have like a van that we're chilling in?
You probably...
We're in your electrician van.
Well,
Okay. And
And we have
And
a
now-
laptop with webcams on the house so we can see.
as you guys came back into the electrician van, there are now 3 AR-15s in there waiting for you. One for me, and one for each of you. And I'm just sitting there, just kind of leaning, just rocking back and forth.
Planning a peaceful protest, as it were.
There's something fucked up. That house is fucked up. There's something wrong.
Oh,
What did you see?
I didn't see anything. Just heard it.
Okay, and what did you hear?
Don't worry about it. Just trust me.
I also had a strange experience when we visited the offices of Ordained Logic. I thought I saw something, but that is an impossibility. But was not able to investigate further as we were being escorted out of the building and did not wish to be then frog marched out of the building.
Look, I'm all for kicking that door down and clearing the house.
Well, until
Is it currently occupied?
Yep.
So, well, if we're seeing anything else right now, I don't think that might be at least a little more surveillance might be able to do that. Russ, could I also say that I picked up that thermal cam while we were out as well?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and plug that in. Just step outside the van for a second in a position and point it at the house to see if it's showing any odd thermal images aside from what would be a house normally. What time of year is it?
April. It's spring. And
Okay,
it's LA,
so
so it's warm and dry.
Temperate, so
Yeah.
60s and 70s. So okay,
Yeah, 70s, 80s.
80s. So all right, but yeah, I'm just gonna take the reading and see how does the house look itself.
House looks normal.
Okay, is it actually picking up the people inside, the family inside? And
No, it's not like a super good sensor. Like, I mean, you're also
Okay.
At the closest on the sidewalk in front of the house. You're trying not to look suspicious. Like, it's not
absolutely so.
yeah, it's not like a military police grade kind of like thing that can pick up minute differences that well. Like the wall, you get the walls, but you're not going to be able to read. Like, I mean, it's a $200 thing. It's not like a $10,000 military grade thermal optics goggle set. You know what I mean?
Okay. No, it wasn't that cheap.
If you're inside, you would be able to pick up people, but like, yeah, it's a warm day. Yeah,
but nothing. Yeah, so basically, I'm just seeing everything that's nominal for the most part, and
there's
nothing
no
that would
massive heat source or something like that.
a
There's
giant part or anything.
Yeah, there's no Chernobyl going on as far as you can tell inside the house.
Okay. All right, take it off and go back into the van. All right. Honestly, I'm not seeing anything else after that, and that's like Agent Williams. I don't. That's like I definitely want to believe you.
So you're out there on the sidewalk, in front of the house, and very quietly, you hear a bell ring.
Yeah, I am immediately.
Yeah, give me a sand check.
My back hits I immediately back into the van.
Yeah.
So, all right. Sand check. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a failure.
Yeah, that's 4.
So, all right. I failed that, but I barely catch myself going for my gun.
Mm-hmm.
Look at you. I'm like, yeah, you heard it too, didn't you, motherfucker? Huh? Something's fucked up, isn't it?
Just Did either of you hear that bell?
Nope, but I see it in your face. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, a bell.
What did you hear?
Let's not get into that. That's not important.
It's none of your business what I heard.
Agreed. Because my incident did not involve a bell.
So, but you're hearing something that was from your past.
I didn't say anything.
I'm not divulging.
Yeah, what are you talking about, Jacobs?
I have not worked with you. We do not have a professional rapport.
Yeah.
I'm newly assigned to working with you both. So,
like I said, three ARs. I got a couple magazines for each. Y'all let me know.
who is currently home?
The wife.
Actually, some time has passed. The son has also come home. Wilson. Kristen is doing cheerleading practice right now. But
Look,
Wilson
the son, he doesn't pose a threat. We can probably go through him, no problem. The wife too.
How old the son?
13.
Yeah, he's not a threat.
Okay.
We don't have to worry about him. The wife also probably doesn't pose much of a threat.
Fake a phone call from the school that her daughter was injured during cheerleader practice and has to be picked up, or was taken to a hospital.
That's a great idea.
I don't think this is a good one rushing this as of yet.
That would be a SIGINT check to fake the location of a phone call, by the way.
Anyone have that skill?
No.
You know,
Nope,
DeLuca does, but...
Before we go storming in here, we still don't have any of the puzzle pieces. I'm suggesting we leave the surveillance on, go to the green box, check that out, and then we can plan our next move. But storming at this point is, especially when we're all panicked or feeling they're on the edge of one, is not a good idea.
Well, we have an opportunity now.
At this point, it's like, yes, but we're still going in blind to any of the information other than a potential map to to a future incident from an agent that we barely trust, or we've seen some evidence at a video game developer.
I'm not panicked at all. What are you talking about?
So, in any case, I think we need the information right now. I don't trust myself in this one. I'm going to go check out the green box. If you'd like to come with me, feel free. So, but that's where I'm going to go.
Okay.
I like the phone call idea.
Yep. Ooh, we could say she's developing COVID-like symptoms because they're too young to be vaccinated at this point at this point in history.
That's true.
Yep. Yep. So it's a great idea.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, in order to have it look like, have her phone say, suburban high, you're going to have
I'll put in a call to
DeLuca.
Put a call to DeLuca, say we need the house to be cleared. We need you to, fake a phone call to get the mother out of the house.
Okay.
To reduce potential blowback.
He is very happy to hear this. He will get right on it. You will be clear. He needs some time to get away to do this without having it traced back to him. But it will just be ready.
I'm gonna roll persuade to see if I can have him expedite this. I rolled a 19 out of 70. He's like, we have an opening. We don't know how long this can take.
If the family, look, if I do it right, then the entire family will head there no matter where where they are. So they'll be cleared. So once I do this, you'll have your openings. You don't worry about the timing. It'll be soon enough. Just get ready on your end. So just be waiting. You'll see it. They'll drive out in a panic. Whoever's home, and then everyone else will be gone. Will stay out of the house. So, meanwhile, so while the two of you are waiting, as DeLuca frantically tries to set it up, let's say Agent Jacobs, you get to the greenhouse. Now you've been given the codes to get in, so you don't have to roll for that. But you get in there. It is a full warehouse. It has stacks of crates and file cabinets. It is well organized, but everything seems to be locked up and tight. There's nothing laid out. This is the best organized green box you've ever seen. And there are surveillance cameras. You can see there's a security office. You punch in a code to get in there. Give me an alertness check.
Okay. Nope. Completely blind.
All right.
64. So
yeah. So there's a surveillance camera system. You can give me
computer science check.
Yeah.
Okay. Please be better, dice pot. So that's all I asked for you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That will be 62 out of 70 success.
All right. So knowing what you know about the timeline, you're able to shuttle through the footage pretty quickly. And you check the tamper system, the secret tamper-proof system. Everything seems to be in verified. There's been no tampering, no deleted files, no deleted footage, no altered footage. Unless DeLuca actually knew about that and tampered with the tampering detection system, there's no way for you to tell. But,
unfortunately, it's again. So,
as far as you can tell, this is real footage. It does show DeLuca. There is a safe, and that the camera does have an angle on. And the day you got your call this is the morning of the day you got your call to this particular opera. So hours before you got the call, you see DeLuca opening up the safe. He's holding a manila folder. Actually it's just a small letter, that he looks like he's going to place in there. But as he does that, he notices, you can't exactly see inside the safe, but he takes out a very large piece of paper, and unravels it. And it's the map. You can tell that from the camera angle. This is 5 days before the software company made it. So
weird.
Give me a sand check.
That was. Oh nope. That was.
All right. It's only 2, but your mind's like, where did this come from? Did it come from there? In which case, how did the company get it? They seem to have had no contact with DeLuca. Or did they? Why would they do that? Why would DeLuca give them that image? Doesn't make any sense.
Unless there's something else about that. And we said that we can actually look. Can I actually look at the safe itself?
Yeah.
Okay. So I want to take a look at the safe itself, and let me see if there's anything. I don't think I have any.
You actually do have the combination for the safe.
Oh, I do. Okay.
Yeah, I gave you everything.
I'll go ahead and punch that in too, because I want to see that letter too that he was putting in there, just in case that was something else more relevant. But I punched that in and opened it up.
It's in a sealed envelope. Do you open the envelope?
No. I just look at I just look at it from the outside. So
just a regular letter with or envelope that is sealed,
or put it up through a light. Say, is there anything that's shining through? Or
there's a piece of paper in it.
So, and the ink's not dark enough to take a look at it. So
nope. I mean, the letter, the piece of paper is folded it's like a letter.
Okay.
So
all right then.
But the safe is physically intact. It is not tampered. The back has not been removed. It's a solid safe.
Okay. So, we have no reason to believe that this had anything to do with this. So, I'm going to go ahead and put it back. So,
okay.
Just in case, because I honestly don't want to get in trouble with the home office either. So,
they told you not to open anything else except for your investigation. Don't go like, let's see what's in this crate.
Yeah, let's try to at least keep out of that. But all right, I lock everything else up and leave. Can I do one more alertness check just to see if there's anything I missed? Or
sure.
Okay. Be kind.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
I'm just blind. So, moving on. So, it's cool here. Never mind.
So,
have fun storming the house.
As you're wrapping that up, back at the house, you see the garage open, and the Angie and Wilson are in the car, and they back out, and Angie backs out and drives off at a high rate of speed. No one's in the house now.
All right. Rampling. You need to be prepared going into this place. Okay?
I do have some firearm experience, not...
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about mentally.
Yes, of course.
You're going to... I was there briefly, maybe less than 5 minutes, and shit got weird fast.
Hmm.
I don't know if it's going to get worse inside, but I can only assume.
Right.
Okay. So how are you? It is early evening at this point. Yeah.
I'm going to
Yeah.
use... I'm just going to go through the front door.
Okay.
I'm going to use criminology to get that door open.
Okay.
And I got a 17 out of 60.
Yeah, you pop open the front door lock. Looks like she forgot. And as you step over the threshold, Rampling, where are you, by the way? Are you right behind him? Stacked up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, both of you give me a sand checks.
No.
Okay.
I passed.
Okay. One for you, Dr. Rampling. 3 for you, Brick.
Fuck me. That's number one.
Yeah.
That's a breaking point.
That's a breaking point. All right, fight, flight, or freeze. You are in. The map is real. It was painful to step over the threshold, because it's like you broke something, in the world and yourself. It was like stepping through glass that went through you, that grated you on the insides, but in your mind, you're in a rocky chamber and there is a crystal fountain in front of you. And to your right, you can see a rope bridge, going off over a ravine, into a mist. And you cannot see the other side of the rope bridge. It's what the map shows. So fight, flight, or freeze.
Oh, fight.
All right. So you just start shooting things. You just start. Yeah. You're just rocking and rolling. Is this yeah.
That crystal fountain thing needs to die.
All right. Dr. Rampling, you also feel this pain, as he goes through, and you can see the house. But you kept your shit on, so you only lost 1 sand. What are you doing?
Seeing that my coworker is not doing well, close the door behind me.
For some reason you feel like there's a tremendous sense of menace and danger behind you outside the house, but you can do that.
Okay. Well, if he's shooting an automatic weapon, I don't want, the chance of that being heard outside.
Well, you can stay out of the house, but like when you grab the door is just open. It is a fixed open. Like it is not immovable.
I assumed I went inside the house.
Oh, okay. You're inside the house. Okay.
Just that you told me it was painful to enter, and I walked through, and that's why I did stand.
All right.
Yeah.
So you try and close the door, and it doesn't move. It still doesn't move. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but you're by him, and you're not in his field of fire.
Right.
So you can look outside, and you can see people from across this. You can still see the suburbia outside, and there are people on their phones across the street looking into the house. It's like they're calling the cops already, which seems a little premature, but on the other hand, I mean, he is firing a very loud rifle right next.
That's why I wanted to close. That's why I wanted to close the door.
Yeah, well, it's not close.
That's not going to happen.
So, both of you give me con times 5 checks.
That's not a good thing.
Shooting the fountain kicks up a lot of dust and something in the
fumble.
air.
That's a fumble.
I succeed.
Okay. All right, Dr. Rampling, you start coughing up blood, and as something gets, as you inhale something, and you can feel something tickling inside your throat, and now it feels like something's like in your throat and moving around, like a worm or something. Also, give me a sand check.
That's a failure.
Okay. Yeah, that's going to be bad. 5 flight or freeze.
Yeah, we're gonna suppress that.
Yeah, all right, suppress it.
Fuck you, Historical Society.
Forget.
All right, I only lose 3.
So your breaking point is what now? 1/4 of you.
It's 1/5 of your max sand, so basically equivalent to your power score. And
Power
then
times 4.
if you lose 5 or more at once, that's a temporary fight, flight, or freeze. And if you get a breaking point, you also fight, flight, or freeze. For you, Brick, your fight will end after a little bit after you hit empty. Did you make your con check?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. The air is getting really bad and stinging your eyes, and you
I don't care.
Okay, well,
That means I'm doing something right. It's because I'm killing it. That's why.
Yeah, there's definitely something in the air. So, let's see here. So as the two of you are freaking out and reacting for a bit, Agent Jacobs, you obviously have local police scanners on, and as you're on your way back, you do get multiple alerts for active shooter at Lakeview Road.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. I'm gonna hit it as hard as I can to see if I can get there before the police and try to pull them out.
All right, give me a drive check.
Can do. Made it. It's 50 out of 70.
All right. Damn. All right. You'll get there soon. So let's see here. So Dr. Rampling, what are you going to do?
Is Brick still rocking and rolling?
No, his magazine ran out and he's kind of dry firing for a bit. But
Okay. I told him we need to get out of the foyer and proceed. We may not have long at this location. We need to see what else is going on here. We need to get to the heart.
Okay. So you have to go past the fountain. You looked at the map. You can just look at the map.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. We're gonna go behind the fountain, through the den, into the alchemical laboratory.
Yep. All right. So both of you start heading that way. So there's also that tickling in your throat, and it's getting really bad. It's very
Hawk up a loogie.
Okay.
See if is there anything in my loogie
that
that looks wrong.
It's a bit bloody, but you feel something come out of your mouth, but like kind of stick on your teeth like a strand of spaghetti or something. But it feels fleshy.
I'm gonna try fishing that out.
Oh, that hurts. That's attached to your throat.
All right, then. Not gonna do anything about that right now.
Do I see that happen?
Give me an alertness check.
Yes.
He coughed up something and covered his mouth, and he's freaking out about something about his mouth.
Take your hand away, Rampling.
All right, I do.
All right, there is a fleshy tendril sticking out of his mouth.
Don't move.
You're right. I assume you got like a multi-tool of some kind.
Yeah, that's a good word for a boot knife. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tool, multi-tool. I'm going to remove that thing from his throat.
Okay.
With, I don't know, melee combat? I don't know.
If you have that trained.
Melee weapons, I have it at 30.
Your first aid?
That's base.
It's better than my first aid.
Oh, boy.
I got a 30 out of 30.
All right, you take another point of damage. That was part of you, Rampling, and you can taste blood in your mouth now. Something about
how's my throat feel though?
Oh, it feels like shit, but it's not tickling anymore. Now it just feels
that's
like
good.
You have a nasty cut in there.
That's good.
Yeah. Yeah. So I won't give you another sand check.
I'll just tell people I had COVID. That's why my voice is all fucked up.
I look at the thing I'm holding in my hand. What's it look like?
Like a long, fleshy strand. like just like a throat flesh that has like changed its shape to be a like a little polyp or tendril.
I throw it on the ground. Look, see, everything's fine, Rampling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's make our way into this hell house.
As you were there, though, there is a voice coming from deeper in the lab, to basically on the south, and the voice says, "You can be healed." It's coming from the vat of strange liquid
Within the laboratory?
Yeah, the green liquid, the tub.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're near the kitchen table when you cut him out, and yeah, you can see it by there's like a voice coming from the tub, the green tub on the heated pool.
Bubbling cauldron looking thing.
Mm-hmm.
Ignore that.
Yeah, I'm gonna ignore that. Hey, there's a window in this room. What does the outside of the window look like? Does it look
it's the
like,
backyard.
Okay, well, okay. That's fine.
So, meanwhile, Jacobs, you get to the house. You can hear sirens behind you. The door is open. You can't really see into it that well, though.
Jesus. So, do I have the cell phone number, the burner phones for both of them?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm calling it.
All right. Both of you, who are you calling?
I'm going to be calling. I'll call Williams first.
Break, your phone rings.
Hello, Jacobs.
I was like, what the hell is going on there? That's like, are you shooting?
Just opera things.
The police are coming. You need to get the hell out of there.
All right, well, you grab the AR that's in the van. You post up outside the door and keep them away, all right?
What?
Yeah, trust me. Oh, either that or you can come in here with us.
So what is going on?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Didn't try. Because
All
this
right.
is...
Okay, look at the map.
Shit.
Look at the
Wizard
map.
Shit.
Look at the map you have. Extrapolate from that.
So you're actually seeing the heart or whatever this thing is in there?
I don't have time to talk to you. I told you. Grab the AR, post up outside the door, keep the cops away. Tell them you're Homeland Security. I don't know. Click.
Hup.
Yeah.
Agent Jacobs, you hear the bell coming from inside the house. Ding.
Sand check.
Yeah.
Yep. This is gonna be good.
Mm-hmm.
No. 3. So. All right. What's that?
It's definitely
Oh,
inside the house.
That it's like that and that. Oh my god. We're working about that. All right. Do I still do I have the number? Oh, I do. I have the number back to our handler.
Sure. DeLuca?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, not
The program?
oh, not the program one. Or is it only
did Rampling,
or just...
Rampling, did you give them the others how
No, as I was not instructed to do so. They decided to talk to me.
I'd say you have a contact method, but you don't know if it'll work, and it's like an emergency text message kind of thing.
I'm actually going to press into that one too, because I'm under the impression that there is another artifact that either of the two bells are here. Then this is even worse. So
okay,
if somehow this is making this work,
so that, but you have no idea who will read it or when.
Yeah, I will basically just.
Yeah,
it's a bunch of bell emojis.
Yeah.
So, no, I just basically I texted in there. That's like 2 additional vectors possibly found. Agents on site unknown if compromised. Need intervention now! Exclamation! Crying emoji. So,
all right, what are you gonna do?
All right. I don't want to be in there too because I'm sweating bullets off of here. So,
you can see the cop roaring down the street. You're outside the house right now, so they are going to. Well, I mean, you have about 10 seconds, maybe 15 seconds before there are going to be armed cops shouting and waving guns around.
Yeah, and I don't think it's setting it. That's like setting it there. So yeah, I'm actually gonna use the cloud on there. So when they roar up, using the FBI credentials to basically state that we've tracked down to we've basically tracked down to different wanted felons, and we need a perimeter set up immediately. So
Give me a human check.
yeah, to try to distract as much as possible. Basically letting them know how badly they do not need to engage with these two. That succeeds. 38.
There's no recognition in those eyes. They're just yelling at you they're just yelling at you and pointing guns at you. In fact, they're just get on, get down, and they're
on autopilot.
something like that. There's something wrong with them.
Ah, damn it! This is not going to be good. So, how close on? Actually, how close?
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
Walk through the door, Jacobs. Safe in here.
There's no guys yelling with guns in here. There was one guy, but
how close am I to my car?
I mean, you could have been as close as you wanted.
Yeah, I'm getting in and peeling out. So
right, they shoot
to try
you.
to get.
There's 4 of them. So
let's see what happens.
Let's see here. 1 hits you. They have 60.
Okay.
That's 1.
Miss.
All right, 2 hit you.
Okay.
Are you going to try to dodge?
Yes.
Okay.
I would like to dodge.
All right, give me a dodge check.
This is not going to be fun. Anyway. No.
Dice spot strikes again.
Yeah, I just need to stop using it altogether.
Out of character, the rest of this adventure is in the house.
That's fine. I do know. Yeah, I was trying to get some of the information before just diving right in. So
okay. I will. If you survive this gunshot, you
That's fine.
Make it to the house for only 1 point of damage. So you get in the house. Give me a sand check.
Yep.
Sorry about that. I mean, I could have let you. If you get away, it's just you're part of.
Oh no, I was going to call to Luke at that point. So no, I'm not trying to avoid.
Doesn't matter. Anyways,
that fails.
Okay. Yeah, it's like having glass run through you. That's 5 flight or freeze.
Yeah, that's below my break point now. So
okay.
So it's
you
41.
Can hear
So
your comrades.
Yeah,
you could run.
He runs back outside. He gets shot by more cops.
Yep.
At the end.
Mm-hmm.
No, I am actually running through the house, just trying to find a safe hiding space because I cannot believe I'm in the same place with that bell now, or one of the other 2 bells. I'm screaming, I will not be consumed by shadow.
All right, so Agent Jacobs runs by the 2 of you as you're talking in the kitchen, recovering from the surgery, as it were, and trying to figure out what to do with the voice. And he runs by you and into the garage, in a blind panic. So you can. What are the 2 of you going to be doing? You did hear shouting and gunfire coming outside.
Well, we're in here. It's much safer.
Mm-hmm.
So, the tub is talking to us?
Yeah.
Rampling? Should we check on Jacobs?
I think he's in that garage, and it is, quote, of indefinite size, according to this, and we have a mission with a heart upstairs in this bungalow from hell.
All right.
So let's deal with that first, and before we go trouncing into the infinite mess that is a garage.
Jacobs, when you figure it all out and find yourself, we're going to be upstairs if you want to come help.
Not again!
Okay, I understand.
Good talk.
There's a tub in here that says it can heal you.
All right. Are you going to talk to the tub yourself?
Am I in a position where I can?
All right. So time seems to be weird for you, but the garage is very, very large and yet very small. The further when you run away from the door, it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. But when you run back to the door, it shrinks down to normal size. It's quite odd, but Yeah, you stumble back out of the garage. You don't even have to make a sand check for that because you're kind of still stunned about what's going on. So yeah, if you look at the map, you're all basically near each other now, and you can talk to the tub if you want, or you can go upstairs.
I'm at least running upstairs. My gun is out. I'm just panicked.
Okay. All right.
So,
Sally Forth.
all right. So the three of you head upstairs. It sounds like, and as you follow the map. Sorry, what were you saying, Brick?
Who?
Sorry.
I was waiting for that to happen.
Yeah.
Waiting for that to happen this game or last game.
Drink.
Who are you speaking to?
Brick Williams.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm like, sorry, Mr. Tubb, we have nothing to trade with you. We're going upstairs now.
All right. So the three of you go upstairs, and as you see, there is the heart, a floating human heart, this larger than you. It is, and you hear a voice, a calm voice. All of you. It is. I'm glad you are here. We can undo the damage that has been done. I am the gate and the key, and you have all intersected, and we must resolve this. And all of you have a vision. And Agent Williams, tell us about your friend Armando and what happened there.
Armando's fine. He's probably with his family right now.
No, he is. Well, what about that time you were with Armando, and you had to shoot, and one of Armando's guys got trigger happy? What was that about?
No idea. That's
You all
classified.
have vision. It's dark. And where was it?
It was in a just a parking lot in south of the border in Mexico. Some things got there are a bunch of people there in a parking lot doing a drug deal.
Yeah, but it went bad.
It did go bad.
What happened?
Someone got antsy on the trigger, shot someone, hit him in the head. Their head exploded, and some sort of parasitic creature that was living inside there got out of its head, and then things went south from there.
Yeah, so that's exactly what you remembered, and Agent Jacobs and Agent Rampling, you see this, you experience it as though it happened to you, but all of you, there's a new part of this memory. There was a second cultist, and the cultist started chanting, and then his eyes glowed, and then the sphere in the gate opened up and started enveloping everything. And then there is a switch of perspective. Agent Jacobs, tell us about the bells.
Yeah, so from the perspective, everybody, you're suddenly finding yourself on a kind of a mesa hilltop overlooking what appears to be a old brick and mortar chapel. Probably probably dating back to the late 1800s. So, but you can see but you're overlooking it, and you can hear that there's just a massive firefight going in there. You can see the muzzle flashes that are going on inside, and screaming that's coming over over the walkie-talkies, asking Jacobs to get in here and to get the bells before they come after it. And in that moment, they're cut off as you hear a scream, and the entirety of the chapel seems to be engulfed in what looks like black mist that's somehow sharp, and you are just hearing screeching sounds that are coming from this that almost overpower it. Jacobs almost collapses from hearing this again, covering his eyes and his ears and screaming.
What you see is the three creatures holding the three bells, and they ring at the same time in perfect harmony. And then the gate and the key appears, the spheres. They start glowing and swallowing up everything. And then, Dr. Rampling, tell us about the item.
So, as previously mentioned, this is my first time going on op with my two fellow agents. That's because the last op I went on, I was the sole survivor of. I'm mostly a person who does not go out into the field, but I was called away from my office to do a cursory verification of a suspected vector in the form of an art object, that the program had organized a buy for with some unsavory characters. I never knew exactly who they were. That was not part of my task for this handoff. I was supposed to do a cursory verification. The deal turned south with the sellers who tried to screw me and my team over. One of my fellow agents was seriously wounded in the exchange, but we managed to get away with both the item intact and the cash in hand. So other than the wounding, a success. Further examination of the item later at our operating base led to an emergence of some kind of entity from what are now the remains of my healthier teammate who was unwounded during the firefight. I was only able to cast it back into the void through force of will as it became preoccupied with the now remains of my teammate who was wounded during the preceding firefight.
But that's not
the item
Go on.
is unknown currently where it is. It was passed off to my handler following this.
But as with the other two, your memories change at the last moment, where the void, as you cast the creature into the void, something comes out of the void. A glowing gate in the key, the sphere that consumes all. And all three of you are whipped back to this reality, where you are in an attic looking at the heart. The heart that is the sphere and the gate and the key. Says all of you have intersected, all of your universes have intersected. Out of all the infinite realities, your three have collided with each other. Other realities have been casualties of this, and they have attempted to save themselves, but they have written over themselves again and again. The map was created in one reality, which fell into another reality, which fell into another. And it does not follow. But I'm stemming the tide before other universes are swallowed up and destroyed through this. Now, only one reality can exist in this intersection. The other two realities must cease to exist, and everything that you have touched personally will cease to exist, leaving only the other, the last of you standing. Your reality will become the reality for this universe. Now, if you do not care for that, the bridge beyond the mist, even I do not see what is on the other side. Perhaps oblivion, or perhaps another infinity that I cannot touch. I do not know. But the fate will be decided when there is only one of you three left alive. Or present in this universe. If you refuse, then I will, then perhaps all realities will shatter.
I love the choices we're given here.
So what do you mean that if that's like one path and then the other two just cease to exist, or we're cut free, and that's like in a reality that isn't our own? The hell is this?
It is triage. Either all realities will suffer, or two are eliminated. One remains.
I'm going to step back out of eyesight of Rampling and Jacobs.
Okay.
I do roll a 19 on my stealth.
Okay.
Just trying to seem unassuming.
All right. So
Dang it! Your stealth beat my alertness by 1.
Actually, I would say there is a penalty because you're all standing next to each other. So, would you succeed with a negative 20?
No.
Okay. Yeah, you're standing shoulder to shoulder in a small attic. Like, it's they're obviously the heart is a big distraction, which is why you can even make the attempt. But it's not like, yeah, they're right next to you. So yeah, James is trying to sneak away. But you're too physically close to each other to get away undetected. So, yeah, I'll just do this, slowly. So, Agent, Dr. Rampling, what are you doing?
Well, I'm confronting Agent Brick.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed that he's trying to sneak away. He's like, seems you have made your choice of a sort.
That's when I pull my sidearm out
Okay.
and pointed at Rampling. I'm like, look, man, there's only one way to fix this.
Well, sidearms.
I was planning on crossing through that bridge. At least then, that fulfills my motivation of increasing understanding. Maybe oblivion, but it could be something else.
Hey, one of our storylines has to continue. You'll understand the great beyond either way.
Pulling my gun on Williams, like, are you kidding me?
All right.
This is playing into this thing.
Yeah, I mean, a giant floating heart did tell you this telepathically. You do not have to believe it. You can believe whatever you want to.
All right, Jacobs, what's your dexterity? Since you pulled your gun, I'm shooting you first.
Kind of figured. So let's see. My dex is 15.
Minus 14. So what are you doing, buddy?
Yep.
Guess you're going down if you're just pulling up to shoot me. Sorry.
Get back up. So it's standard gunfire. No close, no point blank bonus.
Okay. Firearms rating. Okay.
What are you shooting them with?
It's like standard Glock. So.
Right.
Oh, you brought a Glock to an AR-15 fight.
Yeah. Well, he said he was pulling out his sidearms.
Yeah.
I mean, I could use.
Oh, that misses.
15.
So
it doesn't matter.
Okay,
I mean,
that misses. Everyone roll sand for violence. Everyone's shooting at each other.
I failed.
As did I.
Yeah. That failed badly.
All right, this is going to be first for Williams. This is for Jacobs. And did you fail as well, Rampling?
Yes.
Okay, all three of you failed. I feel that's appropriate. That's for you three. So, let's see here. So for you, fight, flight, or freeze. Probably.
I lost.
Yeah,
I lost 5.
Yep.
That's another breaking point.
All right. I would say
it's gonna be fight.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of figured that'd be the case.
All right, you. I'll say you're at a -10. You're in a blind rage. You're pretty. You can't see straight.
Even with a -10, I have a firearms of 70. A 45 definitely hits.
All right. Go and roll damage.
7.
7. All right, Jacobs. Are you? What does that put you at?
That's going to put me at 4.
You're still up. Rampling, it's your turn.
Well, I am not shot, which is good.
You're between the two. You're basically, if either of them fail a check, you're probably you're in the crossfire.
Yeah, I'm dropping to the ground. I'm trying crawling away.
Okay, to where? You're in the attic. Are you going towards the stairs where Williams is?
The stairs.
Or are you crawling to the heart?
I will stand behind the heart and let these two shoot each other.
Okay, so you're not dropping. You're running to the heart for cover. Okay.
Yep.
All right. The heart glows and pulses. It looks like a giant human heart with glowing energy globes around it. It's really fucking weird. Yeah. So let's see here. New round. Agent Jacobs.
Okay. Yeah. Getting my Oh god, I want to do something horrible, but I won't. So since that's not out of character,
Probably. Well, I mean, you've lost some sand. You can do whatever you want.
I know. But yeah, I instead of like it's this thing is to blame and shooting at the heart itself, I'm going to go ahead and shoot again at William since he's the more clear and present danger, and he did shoot me. So
He did shoot you.
let's see. Yes, I did manage to hit 4,250.
All right, Williams, do you want to spend your action to dodge, or are you going to take it?
Are you under a -10, or is it just me that's under
It's
-10?
just you because you broke.
I don't think I'm in a dodging kind of mentality right now.
Okay. Yeah.
This is kind of a blind rage. Like I'm self-preservation through violence.
All right, go ahead and roll damage then.
Okay. And was that just 1d10 on that?
Yeah. Pistols do 1d10 unless they're... All right,
3.
take 3. You get hit in the shoulder or in the side, you know. You don't even feel it.
Nope.
So go ahead and roll. -10.
33 out of 17.
Oh, I'm dead.
Yeah. Yeah, if you have 4 left. I mean, if you roll 2 ones, you'll still be unconscious though. Well, yeah, and you can't. You didn't dodge this round. Yeah, you already spent your action. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I did. So yeah.
I rolled 7.
7 is enough to kill Agent Jacobs.
Yep, I'm dead. Thanks, Dice
Rampling,
Bot.
what are you gonna do?
Well, I guess seeing what just happened, I guess I will attempt to shoot Agent Williams.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, Rampling. It has to be this way.
That's a miss. 34 out of 30.
Okay. New round. You have a -30 to hit Rampling because he's behind cover as well.
I'm walking over to him.
All right, that'll be your action then.
All right.
So you can take another shot, Rampling. He's just calmly approaching you.
Close range bonus?
I don't know. Are you getting in close range so you can get the bonus next round?
Yeah, I'm walking up to point blank.
Yeah, you'll get first shot then.
I fumbled. 77.
All right.
Oh no.
Gun jams.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and make your you can make an athletics check next turn to grab Jacob's gun. But yeah, you
We'll see if I live that long.
So now you have basically a +10 to hit because it negates -10 plus 1. Yeah, go.
I'm looking at you with my hand up. I'm like, shh, it's okay, Rampling. Shh. And I pull the trigger. I rolled a 48, so I do hit.
All right, Rampling, you can make a dodge check since you haven't acted yet this turn.
Oh yeah, it's next round.
You have to beat a 48 though. So
no, I can't. I'd have to roll a crit.
All right.
So no.
Yeah, then go
Maybe
ahead.
you'll roll a crit. I don't know.
Like
5 damage.
All right,
All right.
Get shot.
I'm at 3. I'm still alive.
All right. If you make an athletics check, you can pick up the gun and shoot. If you fail, you'll just pick up the gun.
I pull out my sidearm. And shoot
okay.
myself.
You shoot.
No. I'll put sidearm and try to shoot Agent Williams.
All right, go ahead. Yeah, go and shoot. +20.
That's a hit.
All right, roll damage.
9.
All right, what does that put you at?
I am still. I forgot. What is body armor? What is like a Kevlar? Like a
You don't have
3.
it. Yeah, if you don't have it, if you had it, you should have mentioned it at the beginning. None of you.
I'm a law enforcement agent.
Yeah, but you
you're
were all
a little
undercover and surveillance, and he already. Yeah, like at this point.
I'm still alive.
What? How many hit points do you have left?
I'm at 3 now. I had 16.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I have a strength. I have a very high strength.
Strength 17.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're still conscious. So yeah, go and take your shot.
I'm like, stop fighting, Rampling. It has to be this way. I still have the +10.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 72 out of 80.
Okay. Roll damage.
3.
I'm at 0. I'm dead.
All right. As he falls to the ground, the heart explodes, and a shower of blood inside is this sphere, which grows in size until all you can see is light. And Rampling, sorry, not Rampling, Williams, you wake up. You have taken no damage. You are, where were you again at the beginning before you were called for this mission?
Where was I?
Yeah.
I was at home.
Where's home?
Drinking. I live in LA.
Okay. You get a message from Agent DeLuca. You have a mission to check out a video game company. And that's where we'll end.
What?
Yep. So yeah, you've successfully
Looped.
Yep, you have looped. The mission turns out to be a bust, I will say. Or does it?
I think it was a resounding success.
Yeah. Questions. So just in case, the name Palimpsest is a manuscript or piece of writing material on which the original writing has been effaced to make room for later writing, but of which traces remained. Something reused or altered but bearing visible traces of its earlier form. So in the Middle Ages and earlier, when paper and papyrus was rare and scarce and expensive, scribes would scratch off old writing to put in new writing. And that is the term for that. So, yeah.
I like it a lot. Mm-hmm. So, but I think right now it might be more helpful too, especially if there's maybe outside of the house in the investigation, there's things that we see that make it more apparent that we're reliving things like different things from our past kind of emerging that nobody else sees initially, or if they do, they don't see it in the same way that they would cause more sanity damage. Because I kind of felt like everything outside of the house was kind of negligible until we just kind of got right in there.
Well, yeah, but that's kind of the whole point, is that the Yog-Sothoth has made a new reality to draw you in, so only one of you can choose, so it can be resolved which reality remains. All three of you.
Which is cool.
Yeah.
And I like that too. If that, I think it's kind of might be more effective if we see more of that kind of bleeding on the outside, because I like the fact that the cops were just on autopilot, basically. Yeah. They were just existing as a thing. So if we had seen like a little bit more of that, maybe.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, is until you go through the threshold, it doesn't really activate.
Okay.
So once you activate it, then the house takes its true form, and Yog-Sothoth is like, you need to get here so we can get this shit straightened out. The idea was, I gave each player a message to tell them to write about a harrowing op that they barely survived before. And so I used that to sort of foreshadow or sort of give hints, spice up the game a little bit. But basically, I wanted to have a game where I gave players the handout in advance. And then the game is about, like, where the fuck did this come from? Mutually exclusive origins for it. And so I had this idea of using, this was a previous RPPR illustrated, the suburban anomaly. I was like, I want to use this in the game, but let's make it weirder than just go to a house and fucked up shit's inside. Like, where did this map come from? What's going on? And so that's where the my inspiration for this game came from. And I like the idea of the players like, oh, you get to choose which reality fits. And like, yeah, Dr. Rampling, if you made like a run for it, you might have been I don't know what your athletics was. You might have been able to make it to the bridge. But if you had to be like, well, who knows? Something happened.
I have a PhD in anthropology. That was not going to happen.
Yeah, that's fair. Huge slave in anthropologists, though.
Poor anthropologists.
I would say if there was the chance right now that the player characters had something more, like a little bit more, maybe occult, or if somehow kind of across something that kind of activated unnatural, would they be able to kind of do some sort of screwed up merging or go along to the bridge right now to affect a different change?
No, I wanted to make it like this is a one shot. Obviously, this is like only one reality can remain. The others are doomed.
Okay,
it's just you all basically simultaneously at the same time in different realities activated into the world scenario. Someone Yog-Sothoth at you, and you're like, oh fuck. And so, yeah, but Yogg-Sothoth can't be in. Yeah, so Yogg-Sothoth's like, fuck, I gotta fix this shit. Fuck, I'll make a new reality and let piece this together or something. Fuck.
So goddamn cultists every Thursday just gotta keep smashing realities together.
Yep. So I just want to make
I think the map is kind of a double-edged sword, as it tells us like pretty much exactly like where we have to go and what to avoid. Because looking at the map, it's like, well, I'm not going into the guest room that says vortex on it. That seems like a bad time.
Yeah.
But
I mean, if I want to stretch it out, I could have put I could have said, oh, there are differences. There's a door now, and you need a vortex to open the door, or something like that. But the whole thing, I like the idea of, I don't know. For this one, I just want to make it meta and just like, yeah, the handout's in the game. Your player characters can actually see it, but it's where the fuck did it come from? Yeah. So, Baz, any thoughts?
No, I was saying I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun.
Cool. Thank you.
I thought it was good. I like the I like that idea. I feel like Yogg-Sothoth is an underutilized old or elder thing or elder god.
Yeah.
Elder god. Which one is elder god?
Great old one.
Great.
Is he a great old one or is he an elder god?
I think it's a great old one.
Yeah. Anyways,
tomato.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, Yogg-Sothoth is like one of my favorites, but it's kind of one of the hardest ones to implement in a game because time is hard to fuck with, especially in writing. So it's really cool. I really like the way that, given that like that just in-game scenario there right at the very end, it's like, all right, well, here's your options, and what are you gonna do? He's an outer god, by the way. I had to look it up because I'm pedantic about that shit. Yeah. That was awesome. I love it. I love
really cool concept.
Yeah, really awesome concept and really fun to play it.
I did like. I mean, I thank you all for coming up with really cool, very evocative, but short, concise like backstories for your agents, because I could just look at like those couple sentences like, oh, you hear a bell, and yeah.
And Ross will let you know, I basically just used the three bells concept from the Beloved Dead for that one too.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's an old artifact that I wanted to pull back up. So.
Yeah, no, and that's great. But I like that, and also that you didn't share them. So like the other person's like, "What the fuck is that? What's up with a bell?" Or like
that's cool. Yeah.
Like Rambo, I like how you just described it's the item. And so I'm like, well, you see the item, and what does the item look like? Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Just
don't worry.
It's okay. It's fine.
I couldn't get a good look at it anyway, so
Yeah, exactly. It's fine.
And like all my knowledge rolls were failing on trying to parse like, all right, what's this wizard architecture and shit like that. So it was vague enough, but well, you know me, Ross. I like playing kind of off the wall character types. So
yeah, no, I mean, it worked really well. I like the fact that we had really good contrasts to it. By the way, if you had turned in DeLuca to the program, they would have told you to grab him, take him to the safe house, wait for new agents to show up to interrogate him, and they'll take it from there. But then you would get a new handler, and the new handler would be like, you need to go in the house.
I figured that was going to happen if we went that course. So I was like,
at no point did I not feel like we were going to end up in the house. It's like Night Floors in a little bit in that sense. It's like the entire scenario is to get you into the building.
We're going into the house. There's no way we're getting out of this.
Yep.
Yeah. I have a question. What is the family? What is their?
Oh, they don't like. They're again like.
Do they even exist? Actually,
they exist in a reality, but like you're basically in multiple like part of the incongruity is that like there's multiple slivers of different parallel Earths all like running next to each other, so you're actually going in different realities. So when you step through this the actual reality, the Yogg-Sothoth reality, is only accessible when you go through into the house. But like if that's why it looked normal from the outside, because you're looking at a different universe.
So basically a TARDIS situation that just is horrifying.
Yeah, just like a jigsaw puzzle of different universes that are just like,
So like with the video game company too, is that just basically an after effect where the image of this was literally just bleeding into this current iteration of this universe? Or
yeah, so like after the intersection and all these realities got fucked, one, they fell into another reality, and the Delta Green agents went in the house and they made the map. Or like one of them escaped, and then he made the map, and then he fell into another universe and gave it to another Delta Green cell. So it's just been like a conga line of realities, getting this map and being like, what the fuck's going on? Until Yogg-Sothoth was able to pull it back to the three realities that form the intersection, your three realities, and be like, okay, if I can eliminate those two, then I can fix everything. But I can't do it. Only they can do it. So I need two of them to die, or leave through the mist, because then they're in some separate infinity that I can't access, or the void. He doesn't know. He can't perceive it, so he doesn't know, and he doesn't care. If you're dead or you're outside of your reality, he's fine. So
it's not his concern, or its concern. So
yeah, that was a basic idea. You're not in the reality you think you are, and like there's just mutually exclusive origins for the clue. So you're like, you can't figure it out through it's an investigation that has no beginning or end. So
nice.
Good
luck. Good. The Mobius strips investigation.
Yep. Exactly.
Yay! That was awesome.
Yep.
Just stepping on one landmine that then blows you onto another landmine, then blows you onto another landmine endlessly.
Yep. So before we go, let's hear Baz. How can people reach you, and if they want to check out your stuff,
they can. Oh, sorry. They can find me at Past Wolfington on Twitter. Also on Twitch on Future Wolfington.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I host New Game Never Played on Twitch with Caleb Stokes, a game allegedly about game design.
And occasionally me. Yay.
Occasionally Ross will be on there, and Max.
Yep.
And I believe we've had Aaron once as well.
Yep. Well, just one time.
Just once.
Just once.
Maybe again, but I don't know.
Aaron made things too horny. We had to get rid of him. We can't let him back on. He's too sexy for us.
Yep.
He's too good looking.
The only real crime.
He stole our thunder.
No, not at all.
So, Max, how can people find you on the internet?
You can check me out on Twitter. My personal page is at MMNESTOROWSCH, which is just my name. You can talk about movies and beer on Good Brews Bad Views, or at GBBV Podcast. I also do a role-playing game podcast with my friend Claire at Relatable Roles. You can hear me run games and play games there, and it's a grand old time. And there's horrible fates for all. And I'm on all these other guys' stuff from time to time, so I get around
every once in a while. Yeah.
Yay! And finally, Aaron, what about you?
Nope. If you want to, you can always reach me at Aaron Carson at Twitter. So managed to get to that first. I also do host Reality Podcast streaming on Twitch, although that's on a bit of a break right now. So hopefully we should be up and running within the next month. So
yeah, cool. And
that would be February. So for whenever this is up. So
yep. And of course, I'm Ross Payton. Hey, with Rollblade Public Radio. So thank you all for listening. Don't forget to check out, I'm at Ross Payton on Twitter, and patreon.com/RPPR to get early access to our podcast and all other kinds of cool rewards, including running games online I run games online for patrons. Yay. So you can be killed in one of my Delta Green games, if you want. So, yeah. But anyways, we'll talk to y'all later. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.